Hey guys, the Lord here, back in with another review. And today we're having a look at the Marvel Legends Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave Cable. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so as I said before, today we're having a look at Cable. He is part of the new to my area. I'm going to say that in all these videos, aren't I? Sasquatch wave of Marvel Legends figures, also known as the Deadpool wave. Not promoting the Deadpool movie, Deadpool 2, but just being put out in time for the movie. I actually got this guy at GameStop. The last one I got at Walmart. So they are starting to hit a lot more places than just Toys R Us, which is awesome because the next one I got from a different store. So there is that. But with that being said, we're just going to jump right into it, starting off with Cable's accessories. So in the way of Cable's accessories, he comes with 3 Rob Liefeld-esque guns. Only one of which he can hold. He can hold them all, but he can only hold one at a time, which kind of sucks. But he comes with this one, which is, what is that, a freaking mini Gatling gun? Looks like a Nerf gun I used to have. But he comes with that. He comes with this little double barrel shotgun diddly-doo. I don't know. Put my hand back here so you can see it. It seems to me like they got a bit of the gunmetal paint treatment, which is nice. And then he comes with this big honking gun, which has a port right there for an Iron Man blast effect, which of course I put away at this time, so I can't show you what that looks like, but it's all right. So it's actually 2 pieces. The handle is a separate piece. So, but yeah, he can hold all of these pretty well. His hand here, with the trigger finger, that is, the right hand, he can hold his BFG gun like that. Well, a little bit better than that. That's just on the fly pose. There you go. That's a little bit better. But he can hold his BFG. Alright. He can hold the other one I had him holding, but he can also hold the shotgun type gun pretty well too. And then of course the other one I had him displayed with earlier. That one of course works too. And he also has a peg on the back and a holster for 2 of the guns. We'll get into that after we talk about his articulation. Alrighty, so in the way of Cable's articulation here, this arm was out and moved already, but that's okay. His head will rotate and look up and down decent amount. He is on the Hyperion body, so the anatomy's kind of screwed up, but it is hidden with all this armor here. I wish this sat up like this and was connected to this for some reason. I feel like if that was the case, this would be a much sturdier setup. Like, I would have much preferred that, because this thing does tend to flop around. It kind of bugs me, but other than that, I really don't have any major complaints with this figure, other than the fact he should have come with an alternate hand. But back to the articulation. His shoulder will move out if the gods will allow, because that's how tight the thing is. It's pretty stiff. Yeah, it doesn't want to move up any more than that. It moves up more than that, but it is really stiff, so you don't want to force it. It's got a swivel. It's got a swivel at the bicep as well. Swivel at the wrist and a hinge, as well as on this side, except the hinge is this way to allow for him to hold his BFG. But again, the hand does pop off. The hand does pop off with the standard peg, so I kind of wish he came with an alternate hand. And I already tried something, the Shatterstar hand, because it's gray and has this kind of similar glove. It is way too small in a different shade of gray, so that ain't happening. He does have an ab crunch, which is nice and clicky. I like that. He's got a waist cut. This harness can come off, but I'm not going to do that only because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get back on right away. His hips will move forward, back, out a little bit. Thigh cut, double joint at the knee. This is basically the Hydra Enforcer or Nuke from the waist down here, so it's nothing new. He's got a boot cut, hinge at the foot, and a rocker. So holstering his guns, he does have the little shotgun here can go in this little holster. It has to go in this way, so technically backwards, just so it fits. But that goes in nice and snug, and then you can put his Domo Arigato Roboto arm back down. I'm not sure if this is new or not. We'll do a comparison to the other cable in just a minute. And then the BFG has a peg right there. There's a peg hole. Now, I wish they put the peg on the gun so you could put it legit over these stupid Hyperion ports, which, in all honesty, half the figures that have this body don't have a cape. You'd think they would have plugged those up by now. But that's just Hasbro laziness, and I'm not going to complain about that. And then you can have him holding his regular gun. I say regular, but it's like a mini freaking Gatling gun, for crying out loud. But yeah, there you go. There he is. So with that being said, time to move on to some quick size comparisons. Alrighty, so here is Cable next to Pizza Spidey and Taco Deadpool. He's taller than them both. That's how it should be. Time to move on. And here is the new Cable next to the old Cable and his fellow X-Force teammate Shatterstar. I'd say he scales real nice with Shatterstar over there. And then the old Cable looks a little short next to him. You guys will have to confirm that, but this new one looks a little bit taller, almost quarter to half a head taller. So that's kind of interesting. And last but not least, here is Cable next to the only other figure I reviewed from this wave, that of course being the red Deadpool. Now the reason I left the space open over here, there we go, that's better. There is Shatterstar next to all two of them. That's my X-Force lineup. I don't have Warpath. I would like that older Warpath figure, but it's a little out of my budget right now to eBay that fool. See if I can't find one for a decent price. But yeah, I forgot to bring out Shatterstar during the Deadpool review, so figured I'd kill two birds with one stone here. Lots of good stuff here. These are looking like some quality pieces that I highly recommend you check out if you are an X-Force fan by any stretch of the imagination, because they're kind of far and few. But that's besides the point. But with that being said, it's time to move on to final thoughts. Alrighty guys, so wrapping up with final thoughts, I really like this figure. My only gripe is that I wish he had an interchangeable left hand so we could hold two guns, but that's neither here nor there. I still say he's a really nice piece, and you should definitely check him out if you're into X-Force or just Deadpool in general. He seems to be the one that is flying off the shelves of the wave. Surprisingly, it's not Deathlock, but I guess Cable's just a more desirable character at the moment. And he is in Deadpool 2, so he's got that going for him. But with that being said, I have to give this guy a 10 out of 10. Again, I don't really have any problems with him. I wish his harness was a little bit closer, like the shoulder pad pieces were closer to that little neck thing he's got going on. It just sat a little bit better up in that area, but other than that, I really don't have any problems other than, you know, the looseness and stuff. That comes with Marvel Legends, so just get prone to getting used to that. Yeah, if I can English. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Hopefully not moving the camera all about because this guy's so freaking tall. Not kidding. He's really tall. Excellent. I was a doofus and forgot to put it in the video. So here it is. It's got the hinge in the foot, the rocker, the double knee. It's really stiff on this side. So yeah, there is that.